Hi, welcome to DanceEast CAT.
Can I meet Lucy?
Hey, hi, I'm Lucy. I'm a contemporary dance teacher on the CAT programme. Been teaching here for about 16 years, and I'm also a dance movement psychotherapist. I was about 5 when I first started dancing. I remember my mum just one day, she said, "Oh, we're going to a dance class today," and I didn't question it. I just got in the car and went to the dance class and had the best time of my life. It was absolutely phenomenal. Um, and I think really what my mum recognised was how I was constantly moving. From, as I said, age of 5, every single day of the week, as soon as I finished school, I would grab my dance bag and I would run up the hill to get to the dance school. I chose dance as a career because, quite honestly, I could not imagine doing anything else with my life. It was almost as if dance and myself were totally inseparable. I studied really creative A levels, so I did film studies, English literature, and performing arts. Coming together of all of those subject areas just really stimulated my mind, and I auditioned for different dance schools and went to Trinity Laban, and it was the most extraordinary experience. It truly was. There was no other sense of anything that I could imagine doing, and the creativity and the amount of opportunities that you can have as a dancer and as a dance artist in the world of contemporary dance and community dance practice in particular really were the most joyous. The word psychotherapy means treatment of the mind. It provides a designated time and space for an individual who may be experiencing difficulties in their life to connect with a therapist who will support deepening understanding of where those challenges have come from, understanding where the feelings are located. And it's an opportunity to build self-esteem, self-confidence, to feel more in charge of your life, to feel stronger in yourself, to feel more grounded, more connected. I studied psychotherapy at Goldsmiths University in London, and the decision around that was because their dance and movement psychotherapy program has a very strong connection to Laban and his theoretical concepts. My interests were always very much connected to Laban movement analysis and Carl Jung's theories around psychology. And I thought that the master's program at Goldsmiths was a really fantastic way of bringing all of those interests and ideas together. This is a really interesting one. I think if you're just watching dance, movement psychotherapy, and dancing, sometimes it can feel like there are quite a lot of similarities, but actually they're very different. For me, when I'm teaching dance, I am teaching technique or I'm teaching an idea. So if it's a improvisation class or if it's a creative class or a health class, I will absolutely have in the back of my mind an idea that I want to support the students to develop their understanding and their knowledge in. So I will have a really specific learning objective. Whereas when I'm working as a dance movement psychotherapist, the client or the patient is bringing the difficulty. They're the one who turns up with the dilemma and the problem. And as a psychotherapist, my role is to support that patient or client learn to make sense of it through connecting to their body, to connecting to the feelings, to seeing how that feeling is maybe stuck in their body and might make it difficult for them to think and to move, to breathe. So I'm not teaching any form of technique. Interestingly enough, you don't have to be a dancer to be a dance movement psychotherapist. And I think at times being a dancer can be a bit of a hindrance because as dancers, we're so used to the idea of moving our bodies freely that a structured type approach can be very difficult when you're working with the complete and utter unknown, which is what psychotherapy is. But the main thing I think dance is wonderful at is developing creative mind and supporting through a growth mindset, brilliant degree of discipline. It's also a highly academic subject, so therefore there is that intellectual discipline as well. You're very good at working in groups. You have to learn how to negotiate. You have to be good at time management. And often when you work as a freelance dance artist, you're in charge of your own business. These are the super skills and super strengths that we learn as dance artists. And that's the bit that I'm so grateful I had the opportunity to develop that and refine that throughout my dance training.